actually want to start by telling you a story today. I've been working through sort of a personal issue, and without, I'm going to keep it fairly vague to protect the innocent. But there's been some relationships in my life that have been sort of intractable, where you feel like you keep going back and you keep trying a new thing and it doesn't work. And then you leave it alone for a while, and then you go back and you try a different thing and it doesn't work. And there have been dynamics in this particular relationship that have just been very, very painful for me for a very long time. And every time that I have an interaction with this human who I love, I often have like a hangover. Do you ever have that feeling where there are some people where you spend time with them and then for the next few days, you're just like in a different mood and you're like, and I would get into these places where it's like, what is wrong with me? What is wrong with them? What is wrong with me? Oh, wait, we don't do that anymore. What am I feeling and needing? What are they feeling and needing? And anyway, I've been doing this for years. And I had a recent interaction. And here's what shifted for me. I noticed myself trying to figure it out. And when I noticed myself once again for 3,082nd time in my life, trying to figure out what is going on, why this, why that, I realized in that moment that my strategy of trying to figure it out, that habit that I would have of ruminating, that ruminating habit was my way of numbing out from how bad it felt. I just wanted to fix it. I wanted to solve it. I wanted to figure it out. And in that moment, I had this new idea. And it went a little bit like this. This relationship is inherently painful for you. They're not doing anything wrong. You're not doing anything wrong. Whatever it is in the engineering of this relationship, it is inherently painful. And in that moment, I just went, oh, got it. I think if I want to continue being in this relationship with this person, I need to just be willing to feel the pain. Because if I'm not willing to feel the pain, I cannot keep my heart open. What I keep wanting to do is shut down. And it was one of these moments where I also was tired of trying to figure out what was going on. And in the moment that I decided the relationship is important to me, I'm going to continue being in this relationship. And so what you need to do, dear Yvette, if you want to be in this relationship, is be willing to feel it. The moment that I made that decision, there was this sort of sense of surrender in me. And I realized it lived in me like this. For so long in my life, the fact that it was painful was coupled in my mind with the relationship isn't safe and we need to fix something to make it safe so that I don't feel pain. And the other thing that would happen for me is because it was painful, I would think, well, then there's a problem and we need to fix it. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't always things to become aware of and things to fix, and that I still think that's all true. And I'm just sharing this with you because this idea that making peace with the pain in a relationship and realizing that I am fine anyway, and that I'm just feeling some pain because of, let's call them impersonal dynamics that neither one of us can really do much about. And that's the tragedy of it. It completely opened my heart. Not only did I feel a huge softening in me and a sort of a welling up of compassion and open-heartedness towards myself and this other person, but the fact of the relationship being painful, it lost all its power. And I'm still kind of reeling from this. And I think I tell you that a little bit because I realize I'm coming in this morning just in a very different kind of emotional space. And that's a piece of what has been going on in my week this week. And it is feeling like a pretty big paradigm shift, and I'm not quite sure where it's going to take me yet. So I'm feeling kind of emotionally raw today. Even as I say that, I can feel myself kind of like tearing up, right? But there's something that is so freeing about being willing to feel and not need to do a damn thing about it, and to know that you're okay anyway. And so if that's useful to you today, I would like to share that with you. I'd like you to know that. If it's not useful to you, it's not at where you're at in your journey, don't take it. But I am feeling this incredible shifting happening in my life around some of these things. And it feels quite profound. So thank you for holding space for me. But yeah, there's something up for me about really making peace with pain and not letting pain be the reason that I disconnect or that I get defensive and I have lots of questions of myself as I say that out loud, because I'm like, well, wait a minute. I mean, I can still protect myself, right? So more to come on this piece. So thank you for being here.